Hello and welcome. I'm the Candyman, and in today's video we are breaking down the top 10 worst Red Talon traits in State of Decay 2. So the goal of this video is to show you which traits you should be avoiding when you are recruiting Red Talon contractors or soldiers. So let's get started. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Quartermaster, which causes 2 additional beds to be used. The problem with this trait is that, first of all, there are so many actually good Red Talon traits out there. And then secondly, because you are using up an additional bed with this survivor, that's going to affect morale down the line if you're not maintaining your bed situation correctly. Sitting at number 9 in our countdown is Firearms Enthusiast, which increases your zombie threat by 2, and it causes your survivor to occasionally waste ammo. Now, anything that makes sieges happen a little bit more occasionally and also waste your resources at the same time is obviously something that you want to avoid. Sitting at the number 8 spot in our countdown is Facilities Engineer, which provides a 25% reduction to facility action speed and sometimes causes your survivor to waste materials. Not only is this going to slow down your facility actions noticeably, but it's also going to waste materials, which are one of the more important resources in the game. So that makes this trait a big no-no. Next up, at number 7 in our list is Forager, which reduces labor by 1 and causes your survivor to sometimes waste medicine. Much like number 8 in our list, this is another trait that not only slows down your base operations, in this case, having one less person to build facilities or do certain actions within those facilities, but it also wastes medicine, which is a key resource as well. So again, this is another trait that you want to avoid. At number 6 in our countdown is Skipped Boot Camp, which increases your injury severity by 25%. Seeing as injuries can temporarily affect, or reduce I should say, your maximum health and or stamina, anything that makes you more susceptible to injuries is obviously a bad thing. At number 5 at the midway point in our countdown is Drew Desk Duty, which increases your fatigue severity by 25%. Anything that makes your survivor fatigue faster is a bad thing, because what's going to happen is you're going to be out on a run, and then your survivor is going to get those little Z's next to their stamina bar, which temporarily reduces their maximum stamina as you consume stamina. So basically what could happen is you could get stuck in the middle of nowhere with basically no stamina to use. So obviously you want to avoid this trait. Next up, at number 4 on our list, is Trained Off the Grid, which increases your food consumed daily by 50%. With food being arguably the most important resource in the game, anything that noticeably increases the amount that your survivor is consuming per day is just going to be such a bad thing. Sliding in at number 3 in our countdown is Comms Engineer, which causes your survivor to occasionally waste food, as well as increase the food consumed daily by that survivor by 100%. Once again, anything that negatively impacts how much your survivor consumes resources, in this case food, is just going to be such a detriment to any community that you want to pass on this trait at just about all costs. At the runner-up spot in our countdown is Cooked for the Squad, which causes an additional 25% infection to be gained from attacks, as well as occasionally wasting food. With Blood Plague being arguably the greatest threat in State of Decay 2 to your community, anything that makes your survivor more susceptible to infection is a bad thing. But on top of that, this trait also wastes resources. At the number 1 spot in our countdown is Combat Medic, which increases your fatigue severity for your entire community by 25%, as well as having your survivor sometimes waste medicine. Once again, anything that wastes resources, in this case medicine, which is extremely important, is obviously going to be a bad thing. But on top of that, it makes your whole community get tired quicker, which, like we talked about earlier, if your survivors are out there, they're getting tired quicker, that just reduces the time you can be out on runs, killing plague hearts, etc., etc. If you want to check out more tips about State of Decay 2, be sure to check out our Apocalypse playlist for more. As always, spread the love, spread the positivity, and I'll catch you in the next one.